This is the streaming service, your regular reliable source of everything worth watching on all of the many streaming platforms we all steal each other's passwords for. I'm Justin Hill, and in today's ep, Jenna Ortega has bagged the role of her life in a sequel to an iconic 80s movie. But first, I catch up with Ted Lasso star Brendan Hunt to talk about the final season of the show. Give this video a like and subscribe for more. Let's get into it. So there's a reason Ted Lasso is one of the biggest shows in the world. Maybe it's the cast lineup of Jason Sudeikis, Hannah Waddingham and more, or maybe it's the feeling of family that you get when you watch it. And it's picked up like 11 Emmy Awards over just the course of 2 seasons. Now, if you haven't seen it, it's a story of an American college football coach by the name of Ted Lasso, who comes to the UK to coach a premier football team, or soccer as we like to call it, and he has absolutely no idea what he's doing. A little bit like me on these podcasts sometimes. Ted overcomes criticism, being called up by literally everyone on the street, sabotage and more, all with his unwavering positive attitude and forcing the team players to like each other whether they want to or not. I recently caught up with the star of the show and co-creator Brendan Hunt, who plays the role of Ted's off-sider coach Beard, who is normally pretty quiet and pretty serious, but if you've seen him on the show, he does have his moments that will have you in stitches. And in season 3, it's his uncontrollable scream when he hears something that shocks him. And I'm not gonna lie, from the first moment that he did it, I was dying. Also, listen in my chat as it was interrupted by the cops.
Ted is the king of the catchphrase.
These guys are more distracted than a bunch of cats playing laser tag.
Do you have a favourite that he has said? And I know there have been so many. There's like at least a dozen per episode. Is there any that come to mind that you've just been like, that's just nuts?
And thanks for the question, Justin. And also thank you for your fingernails, which I think Ted would have enjoyed very much as well.
Right.
In fact, now I got to do mine tomorrow, guys. When we do this again tomorrow, let's get these nails done, okay? All right. Well, I mean, in terms of a favorite, be curious, not judgmental is what it's all about for sure. So that one's way up there.
Are you familiar with some Aussie ones?
I mean, when I lived in Amsterdam, I had consecutive Australian girlfriends over the course of like 2 years.
Okay. Did any of them say you're a couple of sandwiches short of a picnic?
Yes. 100%.
So
yes.
You know what that means?
Yeah. Yeah, I get the sense of it.
I hope they didn't say it to you a lot.
No, only when I deserved it.
Okay, what about fair suck of the sauce bottle?
No, I think I would have misconstrued that one.
One of my favourite things, though, and it just had me literally screaming with laughter, is the characters' like physical reactions to things. Like when Higgins sees something and he gives you the little, he's kind of like. But then also to Coach Beard's scream. I mean, I cannot, was that something that, immediately came to you? Did it take a bit of practice? Every time your character does it, I just lose it.
That is lovely of you to say. This has been a very interesting day for me because, I'm about 20 interviews deep, and and 95% of people have brought up the screaming, and the screaming.
Damn!
No, but it's great because
forget about it.
No, it's great because it was. Oh, can you hear that siren?
Oh my God, they're coming to get you.
They heard my screams. They thought I was in trouble.
It's because your nails aren't painted.
But that's just such. It's awesome to hear because that was a throwaway moment. It just said in the script, Beard screams, and I even was like, how about should I just have a line here? And they're like, no, you should scream. All right, okay, great. And the next day, hey, let's have you scream again. Really? All right. And I haven't thought about it since. I mean, that was more than a year ago that we filmed that, and now here it is coming back to me. That's a great feeling.
Put on your foot basket soccer shoes and kick past the ball. Ugh, sports. I'm not very good with the references. Check out season 3 of Ted Lasso on Apple TV Plus now. I'm giving this one 7 soccer balls out of 10. Now, if you think you've had enough of Meghan and Harry, well, guess what? You are going to love this next little bit of news. Not. It's safe to say that the Netflix show The Crown has stirred up some royal you-know-what, so to speak, and the upcoming season 6 is no exception. Word on the street is that they're set to show Harry's worst moment, the night that he wore the Nazi uniform to a fancy dress party. Now let's be clear, he has since stated in his book Spare that William and Kate encouraged him to wear it and that he regrets it, but it looks as though he's going to have to relive it all over again when the final season of the show drops later this year. Apparently, we're also going to see the start of William and Kate's romance, with cameras spotting the cast filming their characters at the University of St Andrews in Scotland recently. While Wills and Kate have been pretty tight-lipped about the first time that they met, the stills from the shoot show the pair jogging past each other and William kind of does like this double take back to Kate. It's so cute! Now, in the meantime, you can catch up on all of the other seasons of The Crown before it comes to an end on Netflix now. Beetlejuice, sequel juice. Had you worried there for a minute, didn't I? Yes, it's true, we're finally getting a sequel to the 80s iconic movie Beetlejuice, but the good news doesn't just stop there. Who will be in the leading role, you ask? Well, none other than Wednesday star Jenna Ortega. Now, Jenna has become the actress to watch this year after Wednesday became a huge success for Netflix, but this new role in the Beetlejuice sequel is going to be epic. Apparently, Jenna will play the daughter of Lydia Dietz. Now, you might remember her, she was played by Winona Ryder in the original, and Michael Keaton will be slipping back into his stripy suit for the title role. Now, this film has become such a cult classic, and here's why. It was directed by Tim Burton. It also stars Schitt's Creek star Catherine O'Hara, Alec Baldwin, and Gina Davis, and if you haven't seen it, how do I describe it? Well, Gina and Alec play ghosts who are trying to haunt their old house, but some annoying humans have moved in and won't leave, so they call up the man for the job to get rid of them, Beetlejuice.
Adam and Barbara are ghosts.
What's the good of being a ghost if you can't frighten people away?
Their house is being haunted by the living.
Maybe the house could use a little remodeling.
And they can't scare them into leaving.
They're dead. It's a little late to be neurotic.
So they're calling on Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice!
Who's no ordinary ghost.
You don't want his help.
Can you be scary?
What do you think of this?
Now, the party's over.
You want somebody out of the house? I want to get somebody out of your house.
But the fun has just begun.
It's showtime.
Now, the rumours of the sequel have been around forever, and rumour has it the producers were just looking for the right star and storyline to make sure that not only the fans of the original loved it, but also the new 2023 audience loved it as well. Filming is set to kick off in May-June this year, with a release date in late 2024 or early 2025. In the meantime, if you want to check out the original in all of its glory, you can stream Beetlejuice on Apple TV, Fetch, and the Google Play Store now. I'm giving this one 8 tombstones out of 10. Speaking of Tim Burton, another one of his iconic films is rattling around in the vault this week, the 1990 classic Edward Scissorhands. Starring Johnny Depp in the first of his many projects with Tim, the movie is the story of a synthetic young man who happens to have scissors for hands. He's taken in by none other than Peg, a lovely Avon lady, after his inventor father dies, and like a bad haircut, things just take a turn for the worst when he's accused of a crime he did not commit.
Why are you hiding back there? You don't have to hide from me. I'm as harmless as cherry pie. Those are your hands. Those are your hands. I think you should just come home with me.
Joyce, I just saw this strange guy driving with Peg.
Did you get a good look at it?
Hi! Scissors.
Whoa! Heck of a handshake you got there, Ed.
Kim, this is Edward who's gonna live with us.
Well, this must be quite a change for you, right, Ed?
Those things are cool.
Can I bring him to show and tell on Monday?
He's a highly imaginative character.
From Tim Burton comes the most incredible tale of a most unusual character.
Hold me.
I can't.
Fun fact about this movie, the role of Edward Scissorhands almost went to Tom Cruise. Some might say he wasn't cut out for the role. Now, Edward only says 169 words in the entire film, and it was originally meant to be a musical. Can you imagine? Check out Edward Scissorhands and try and sing along if you want to on Disney Plus and Apple TV now. I'm giving this one 8 pairs of scissors out of 10. That's everything that's worth streaming this week. If you need more, subscribe to the streaming service on the LiSTNR app and keep an eye out as episodes drop every Monday, Wednesday and Friday with all the latest streaming news on the biggest TV shows and movies. I'm Justin Hill and I'll see you next time.